Tonight on Grilling with the Guru, woo! Breakfast.
SOS.
SOS.
Yeah,
Stuff.
save our ship.
Stuff on a shingle. Save our saucepans.
Whoop, on a shingle.
All them things.
Figure it out.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell you about it. We're going to show you how to make it. We're going to show you some variations of it because Grilling with the Guru starts
Right now.
no right now.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Kurt,
What we got, baby?
this is gonna be like one of those dishes and one of those shows where we're gonna walk away.
I'm pre-rubbing my belly.
Yeah, it's like one of those dishes that just stick to your ribs. You ever heard that your grandma said, man, that guy's gonna stick to your ribs.
We're using super glue tonight.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, my father-in-law, Ted Clark.
Ted.
Yep, I've been married to my wife. This December will be 30 years. So I've been knowing Ted and my mother-in-law for 34 years.
Right?
And for special occasions like holidays
Yeah.
and birthdays
Yeah.
and stuff like that, he would bust out the cast iron skillet.
But it's SOS
And for
time.
breakfast, he'd make SOS. And you see, he was in the Navy and he was in the Air Force, so this was a staple.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Well, and so it's funny. He would make the most common breakfast dish, arguably, probably in the country, for special occasions. So.
That's exactly right. It is. And they're both deceased now, and God bless y'all. We
Well,
love
this is
y'all.
for
We
them.
miss y'all. So this is in honor of my father-in-law, and we made this for Thanksgiving at the camp. And my family who never had it, they were like, "What you call that?"
So for those of you who don't know, SOS is beep on a shingle, stuff on a shingle.
Stuff on a shingle.
The shingle's bread, and the stuff is what goes on the bread. So
You can use any kind of bread, but we're gonna be using the best.
you
bread.
can use any bread you want as
Yeah.
long as it's evangeline made.
You're
So-
gonna be doing a different.
Yeah.
You're gonna do the guru version.
We're gonna.
I'm
we're
gonna do the
bring-
traditional Ted
We're
Clark
gonna bring
version.
it up a little bit. So
Yeah.
what it is it's a poor man's dish, and it's one of the most delicious things in the world. Traditionally, it used chipped beef,
Right.
And we'll tell you about that in a few minutes. But it's a simple preparation. It's just one of those things. When done, you can never perfect it, but boy, when it's right, it's so good.
Spot on. Low cost, high yield. You can feed a lot of people for a
Absolutely.
little bit of money. Because you got this is the ingredient: ground meat, flour, onion, garlic, milk, salt, and pepper. Say two. That's it.
That recipe is going to be posted on the website there as soon as the show is.
That's right.
But listen, we're going to take a little break right now. We're going to clean up. When you come back, we're going to start cooking. We're going to tell you more about this dish. And we got our sponsors. We got to talk.
We got sponsors?
We got a couple of them.
We got some good sponsors.
Look at the sign in back of us. Courtesy of
Courtesy
Bridge.
got your joke, man.
CourtesyBB.com. Go pick out yours. I got mine. Keith has his.
Starts with a
Matt's
J,
got
ends
his.
with a P, and there's a couple of vowels in between.
There's an eep in between. Hey, we want to thank Gilbert's Greatest, makers of Louisiana Love all-purpose seasoning.
It's the best.
Go to Gilbert'sGreatest.com. We have a new product out. We have dry marinade. Kishi selling dry marinade. So we're not selling you the water. Okay, so you can put the
That's
water.
the most expensive ingredient.
You can put the water yourself.
A bottle of water costs more than a gallon of milk.
Absolutely, depending on if it's coming in them square fancy bottles got Fiji on it. So the big advantage of it is no glass, so no breakage.
Yeah.
Very portable, and you guaranteed freshness because you mix it when
You're
you're
making
ready
it
to use
yourself.
it.
That's
So,
right. Injections.
And hey, Super One Foods.
Man, we love Super One Food. Let me tell you what happened.
Wait,
So
we're running a little long. We're
that's
gonna
all right.
We're gonna tell you this.
This is a very quick recipe, so you got
we
to
got
take
time.
it. You got to take it.
Dang it, you. So Keith thought he was special.
So I called Kurt and I tell him what we're going to be cooking, what the ingredients are.
Yeah.
I said, look, because I'm closer geographically to the Super One. So he calls Mike Hebert,
General Manager
General
at
Manager.
Super One on Ambassador Cafe.
and I said, look, you call it in, I'm going to go pick it up. And I'm thinking, well, I don't know, did we ever call it in or I just go shopping? Anyway, crazy guy, I got it. So I get to the front and I said, hey, the little girl said, can I help you? I said, I need to speak to Mike. She calls on the phone, Mike, Mr. Keith Guidry's here. He said, send him to the back. So I went to the back, dude. He come out with a little basket. Everything was bagged up. I thought I was special. You know what?
What?
They do that for everybody. You can go online and order all your groceries, and then when you go, toot, toot, you call them up. I'm at the curb.
They bring it out to you. You don't even have to go inside.
The next thing you know, they're going to have drones dropping it in your front yard, bro.
So here's the thing. Keith is special, and so are you. So when you go to Super One Foods,
Kurt.
bro, they treat you all the same way.
I love you. I love you back.
So go to Super One. They treat you special just like they did Keith.
And then the last but not least, the Cajun grill.
We got it. That's what's doing all the heavy lifting in the back. That's how we get it done. It's only hot when you touch it.
That's right.
So
look, y'all, this is the Cajun Pro. We got the Cajun Smoker. We got the traditional Cajun grill.
Smoke.
That's some apple wood, baby.
Oh.
I told them the ingredient. I let them in on the special ingredient. Okay, look, we got to throw it to break.
Yeah, look, it's going to be good. We're long on this segment. That's okay. Keith's right. This is a quick one.
That's
We're
right.
going to see you in a couple minutes. We're going to clean this up. When y'all come back, it's time to cook. See you in a few, baby.
Save our ship. SOS!
Welcome back to Grillin' with the Guru.
And
SOS. And SOS.
Yeah. See, look.
GWG and SOS.
Okay, look, I want to point something out. That's a pound of ground beef. And just like in any good divorce attorney,
Yeah.
that's the man's portion. This is the woman's portion.
Yeah, for those of you of a certain age, you'll remember Samurai Divorce Court on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. So,
Okay,
hey,
so
we're making
grill.
SOS, so come see.
Yep. So I'm doing it in a big skillet, the traditional way.
Yeah.
And you just throw it in a hot skillet, guys, and you just want to brown it.
So
So you know how that goes.
Yeah. So we're browning ground beef. So, and then we're gonna do something really tricky. We're gonna make a roux.
Yeah.
This is a simple preparation, guys. So what this is this is ground meat. Traditionally, they used what they call chip beef, which was pieces of beef round roast that were chipped and then salted and dried. That way it was preserved and it was portable, and soldiers and frontiersmen, outdoorsmen could take it with them, and then the rest of the ingredients they would find along the way. You could take flour with you, you'd find milk, vegetables, and you can make this. This is a cheap and easy meal. We eat it for breakfast, but they would eat it any time, and it was traditionally used dried chipped beef. But we use ground meat. You could use whatever you want. You could use leftover steak.
Okay, so I'm gonna speed up this. So we got that brown right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna add about an onion and a half.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save the rest for you.
Thank you, sir.
And can you grab me the garlic?
You're still calling.
And we're just gonna, these are 4 cloves of garlic. So we're just gonna add maybe 2.5, 3 cloves. I'm gonna leave the rest for Kurt.
Shot, baby.
I like to share.
Not really browning, just want to cook the onions so they're translucent, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you put the flour in dry. We'll cover that in a second.
Oh.
And then you start adding your milk a little at a time.
Ah.
Little at a time.
So, why would you do it that way? Why wouldn't you mix the flour in the milk, or why?
I'm just telling you. Look, this is Ted Clark's recipe.
Ted, baby.
And we don't mess with Ted with perfection.
So
it
this
hit my belly. I like it. I'm sticking to that.
So this is why you do it that way. You add the flour onto the beef like that because the fat will keep the flour from lumping. Okay, the fat's going to get around the flour and keep it from sticking together. So when you introduce the liquid, the starches will expand, thicken it for you without making lumps. That's how you make a lump. But if there's too much water, and I mean water, not just mush, too much water in there, it won't work.
Right.
But this is going to work.
So we're just going to start adding a little bit of the flour at a time.
So you're not making a brown roux.
No. It's going to be, there's no brown at all. It's with
Besides
that
the
milk,
beef.
except the meat. And you just stir that in. And how do you know? You want it to kind of get thick. And if you want to spot check yourself, you can start adding the milk after you add the flour. But I know doing this a few times, you're gonna be using about a quarter of to a third of a cup of flour.
Yeah, so we're gonna
It's
give y'all
not
a
much
recipe.
flour,
Right,
yeah.
it's not much flour, but it doesn't need to be much flour
No.
because you're only gonna be adding about a cup or so of milk.
And it's a thickening agent.
It's a thickening agent.
It's not a roux per se. It's just a thickening agent.
Well, I mean, no, technically it's a roux. You're adding flour to fat, but it's a blonde roux. So
Right. Well, when
the
I say
normal,
not a normal roux, it's like
not a brown roux.
Not a brown roux.
it's not gumbo roux.
No.
If you make gumbo like that, don't call me. No,
Oh.
I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there at all.
You put tomatoes in that.
Oh,
No.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, so we're gonna do that, and you keep talking. I'm gonna grab the milk so they can start seeing what I'm talking about.
So the traditional proportion is 2 tablespoons of flour in oil to 1 cup of liquid, right? So we're gonna probably add about a cup and a cup and a half of liquid right here. Keith's gonna add a little bit at a time, let it come together.
See, it's gonna
See.
start deglazing the bottom of the pot.
And that's why, look, that's another reason to use cast iron or a thick bottom stainless steel pot. That as soon as he adds that milk, it's already starting to come together.
Yep.
And look, you see how it's getting really thick? It's
Yep.
turning into a paste.
It's
so
almost too thick right now, so you want it a little runny.
yeah,
But you don't-
this is a sauce.
Yeah, even though we give you the ingredients and they're going to be pretty close, you want to add the milk. At this stage, you just want to add the milk a little at a time, let it come up to a little boil, steam out, and just kind of see what it's looking like. See, that's still too
That's still
thick.
thick.
So we're just going to add a little bit more.
A little bit more for Santa Claus.
That's right. So this is it, guys.
And look, while he's doing that, I'm gonna start on mine. Mine's gonna be a variation of this. Keith's doing the old tried and true. So I'm adding about a tablespoon of olive oil, and I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, because butter makes everything better.
That's going to be it's coming around good, man. It's a little bit more.
Like that.
And this is all in real time, guys, from beginning to end. I mean, you're talking about a cook time of around 10, 15 minutes. Now, you have a little prep time. You got to cut your onions and your garlic and all that. But as far as cook time, and you don't have to do it on the grill. We're kind of showing off. But you can do this on the stove.
But why not?
No, I know. Exactly, because we do some applewood in there.
So we're gonna borrow the smoke flavor. So look, hey, let's take a little break. When you come back, I'll continue with mine, tell you what we're going to do with that, how we're going to elevate a little bit. Keith's going to continue to work on his. It's looking fantastic.
See, that's the consistency you're looking for.
Yeah, see.
Now, we're going to leave this on the grill, so I'm going to have to add a little bit. It's going to steam out a little bit.
Yeah, the longer you leave it on the heat.
It's going to
That's
steam
right.
out. I'm going to have to add a little bit more, but this is about the consistency you want with the gravy.
Well, now it's time to season it. We'll see you in a couple minutes, guys. Come back.
You don't want to miss this one.
Grilling with the Guru.
SOS!
Welcome back to Grilling with the Guru, guys. Keith, what
Hey,
you got,
man.
baby?
It's getting there, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
It's getting there. You're looking good. What you got it started.
All right, so we're starting it in the same way. Little oil, little butter, little brown to ground meat, added some onions and garlic, and then you just see I added some flour. Now I'm making a smaller portion than Keith, so that's why I'm not adding quite as much. But same rule applies. When you add the flour and it all starts to kind of bunch together like this, that's what you're looking for. Okay?
Want the milk?
Hit me with some milk, baby.
All right, bro.
Don't be afraid to let this cook a little while. Then you don't want to brown it.
We
Just
rushed it a little bit.
That looks good. That looks good. Okay. So remember, the golden rule is about 4 to 1. 4 parts liquid to 1 part starch. That's not set in stone, but that's pretty close. So we're going to just let this come up. So this is what I'm doing different with mine. I'm going to add coffee. Okay? So why am I adding coffee? Because there's a breakfast sauce called red eye gravy. Red eye gravy is made with coffee.
He made that too. He was from the Carolinas, bro.
It's not something that's super popular in South Louisiana, but it is very good. So this we're gonna make a combination, right? So we're gonna use the milk gravy from the SOS, and we're going to add coffee to it. And then we're going to season up with some Louisiana love. We're going to serve mine on French bread. We're serving Keats on good old Evangeline made sliced bread.
That's right.
And then we're going to top them off. We're going to tell you about the toppings later. That's the part you ain't going to want to miss.
Yeah, because if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
No, you don't. No, you don't. So it's just this easy, guys. You're going to let it come together. Mine is going to turn into that in a little while.
Once it reduces down.
Once it comes to be, once it thickens up, and you can starch will not reach its thickening power until the liquid boils. So until it does, and you can already see. You see when it's boiling right there, it's already starting to thicken up. So as soon as it all boils, it'll be thick.
Who's that?
Hello, hello. Always put your phones on silent when you shoot TV. So look, another little break. Keith's going to answer his phone because apparently it's important. He's going to continue to taste the sauce, and when y'all come back, we're going to talk about how we're going to finish these. Then the next segment after that, it's our favorite one, à la manger. Don't go nowhere. Go get yourself a little drink. Come back.
Shut up and eat that.
Oh, come back to you, boy. You caught us. Man.
Look at that.
Y'all.
Look, guys, we just plating up, but let me tell you something. We got some grilled tomatoes. I got some cool tomatoes.
Yeah, I
You
got
like
some
your
grilled
hot tomatoes.
hot tomatoes. So come back, because this you don't want to miss. See you in a couple.
À la manger. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We done.
Ooh, and all we done.
And if we done.
Lord.
Now let's just
Come
recap.
on in, guys.
We got some nice cool tomatoes. I'm gonna douse that with a little bit of fresh black pepper and salt.
Yeah.
And then this is a single-sided toasted. My father in there, they put it on a sheet of aluminum foil and they broil it.
English toast.
English toast. And then you just spoon some of that SOS on there.
Right
now,
on
I
there.
like a little bit of hot sauce on mine.
A little bit of green onions.
A little
But
bit of
look,
green
guys, come
onion.
in, Matt. Let's show them this. See how it stops. it's solid now. Okay.
Yeah, look at
That's what you're looking for. That's the perfect consistency. It's still steamy.
And that's about my bite size. I cut them into 4 sections.
Yeah.
Like a big pizza. Like,
yeah, like a whale. So what I did with mine was a similar recipe,
that's
similar
happy.
base, but I added coffee. I added some community dark roast.
Red eye gravy.
I made a version of a red eye gravy into this cream sauce. Then put it on toasted French bread. I topped it with some melty mozzarella cheese, a soft egg, and a beautiful grilled tomato.
Now you
Because-
put a little butter on that French bread.
You better believe I did. And I ain't ashamed to say it. So this is that.
I watch you, you watch me.
So listen, the weird part about this is,
And you put cheese on it.
I
Did you talk about that?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you.
The weird part about it is the coffee
Get some of
makes
that
it taste
egg.
like dark roux. Not kidding you.
I
Not kidding you. It makes it taste like dark roux. That's crazy. It's delicious. So I'm gonna try yours. So what else could you do with this? You could, for the ground meat, you could use chorizo,
Oh.
and you could
At
use.
the end, I hit the coffee.
That's something, huh?
That little fruity coffee flavor comes down
It's
the back
amazing.
end.
So you could use chorizo. You could use Mexican season, Latin seasonings on this, cumin, stuff like that. That would be great.
Man, I was talking about Holly, his wife. She puts mushrooms.
You can
and
do
smashes
mushrooms.
it between 2 biscuits. Guys, it's unlimited.
You can do whatever you want. This
You,
is a,
you can just freak out on it.
This is
Just
a
do
bun-
what you want.
that's memories. Boy, you
Huh?
memories right there.
Dude, I mean, it's just like a classic.
So hey, go wild, go crazy with it. Let us know.
Hey, well, let's thank the sponsors.
Oh,
But let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thank
That's
the
what we're gonna
sponsors.
Courtesy Motors, courtesybb.com. Go to Courtesy BB. They only got a couple thousand vehicles to choose from. It's not many, but I think you can
And look,
find them.
right on the highway.
Right off
down
Main Street,
I-10.
right on I-10.
Yep.
Get what's greatest makers of Louisiana love. If you ain't using Louisiana love, you ain't loving what you cook.
And you just ain't cooking,
So
bro.
yeah, cut it out. Just go get the good stuff.
Yes.
Check out our new dry marinade injector and go to gilbertsgreatest.com and then check your local stores too.
Yes.
We also want to thank Super One Foods. They make you feel wonderful because they put all your stuff in the bag for you and they say, hey, Keith,
Hey, Mike,
that's for you, baby.
that's yours, brother. You
love
got
you.
to come on the show, bro. You
Yeah.
want some of this?
Come get it. And then, of course, none of it possible without Super Duper Cajun Grill.
Cajun Grill.
Awesome. Best charcoal grill, the best grill on the market.
You can,
Put it
it's an outdoor kitchen.
It's an outdoor kitchen.
There's nothing you can't cook on that.
No. We want to thank you for joining us for this episode of Grilling with the Guru. We had a lot of fun. This is fantastic. Try it yourself. Let us know what you think. We're going to have another show.
And we're going to have another great recipe to cook on the show. But hey, y'all, all you long-term viewers that watch us and stuff, if y'all said, man, them cool y'all, they cook all this good food, but my grandmother had this recipe. Kind of like, remember Cupid came on the show?
Come on.
His grandmother had a recipe with smothered okra and drumsticks. And we nailed it. bro.
Give us your
Send
shot.
us an email, call us. Y'all,
We'd love to hear
y'all
from
know who we are. Stop us in the grocery store.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let us know. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Grilling with the Guru. We will see you next time.
SOS, save me.